I had my husband deported back to Nigeria where he belongs, and this is why. So after my husband confessed to me that he has a secret son from a secret relationship from a woman called Ronke in this same United States, and for 10 years of our marriage, I didn't know about it. I took the woman's name and I searched for her on Facebook. Luckily, she was on Facebook. I left her a message on Facebook, and after 1 hour, she replied. And it was as if she has been waiting for this day to come. So after she replied me on Facebook, we exchanged numbers, and then we started talking on the phone. And that's when she revealed more information to me. During the 10 years of our marriage, Femi had introduced his sister to me, called Blessing, who lives in Nigeria. And she will call me most times. I call her too. I mean, she's my sister-in-law. I will send her money from time to time, especially during festive period. Most Christmas, I send her money. And here is the part that will shock you the most. I'm just finding out from Ronke that this Blessing is not Femi's sister. It is Femi's wife, his legal wife in Nigeria. He married her in church and both in court. They got married 5 years before Femi married me. So now I had just found out that I am just his American arrangement to adjust his immigration status in America. And so I didn't confront him immediately. I needed to take my time and gather all the paperwork, all the evidence I needed to report him to the immigration. And so I hired an attorney in Nigeria to help me get all the necessary documents, all the court marriage papers that I need to be able to file a report against him. 3 months after that, the attorney contacted me. She said she had every document ready, and I went ahead and I filed a report to immigration. And so he came home one evening and 2 things were waiting for him. 1, the immigration investigation notice was waiting for him on the kitchen counter. Number 2, me sitting across the table waiting for him. He picked up the notice, opened it and read it, and then sat it down on the table. He turned around and looked at me with an expression I have never seen on his face. For 10 years we have been married. He gently sat down like something had been removed from his legs. And I told him, you called that woman your sister. For 10 years, you called her your sister, Femi. For 10 years, I have sent her Christmas money. For 10 years, I have prayed for her on the phone. While all this while, she was your wife, married in 2009, in court. He tried everything he could that night, crying, begging. He offered me money. He even offered me vasectomy reversal. He said it was okay, that we can now have kids. I told him, the investigation is already open, Femi. There's nothing I can do for you at this point. I mean, your own paperwork is talking for you. Few months later, he was placed in immigration detention center. And 4 months after that, his green card was revoked. He filed in for appeal, and his appeal was denied. And 14 months later, Femi Adeyemi was deported back to Nigeria, where he belongs. And I was in my kitchen sipping tea. My phone was off. There was nothing left for me to witness.
According to her, the man had a secret son with another woman that he never told her about. As if that wasn't enough, she later discovered that a woman he had introduced to her as his sister was actually his wife back in Nigeria. Imagine that. This woman was so trusting that she would even send money to help this supposed sister, only to later find out that she had been helping her husband's real wife all along. Now, whether you agree with her decision or not, one thing is certain: deception has consequences. When trust is broken at that level, the damage can be impossible to repair. But listening to that story took me back almost 26 years to an experience I had in Germany. At the time, I was being detained and was sitting in the corridor waiting for my lawyer. Anyone who has ever been in detention will understand what I'm about to say. When you are in that situation, everybody becomes your friend because you are desperate for human interaction. A white German man came and sat nearby. He was one of the most polite, friendly, and gentle people I've ever met. We started talking. Like most people in detention, we asked each other the same question: what brought you here? He asked me first, and I answered briefly. Then I asked him. What he told me next completely shocked me. He said he had already been detained for 9 years. 9 years. At that point, I had only been there for about a month, and I was already struggling mentally. I couldn't even imagine what 9 years felt like. To be honest, I didn't ask any further questions immediately because I didn't want to upset him. I was more shocked by the length of time than anything else. I think he noticed the look on my face. He smiled and said, "I thought you were going to ask me what brought me here." I told him I was just trying to process the fact that he had spent 9 years in detention. Then he began to tell me the story. A story so unbelievable that even after all these years, I still remember it. And that's the story I will share in my next episode. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. So see you on the next episode. Peace.